saint I'm going to start with, because she's nearest the door, but also very near to my heart, is Saint Katherine Drexel. How many have heard of Saint Katherine Drexel? Raise your hand. Okay, because she's very popular now. In the last 10 years, they've written scores of books about her. She was a young millionairess in Philadelphia. Her father was a big banker. And on our sheet, she's the very last one, number 7. And she died in 1955. As a millionairess, her mother always had her family help poor people on Wednesdays. And when they went to their summer home out west, they helped the Native Americans on Wednesday. And when they went to Rome, her family had a private meeting with Pope Leo, and she said to the Pope as a young 13-year-older, "Why don't you send missionaries for the coloreds and the Indians in the United States?" And Pope Leo looked at her and said, "Why don't you do that?" And she took it as a challenge. And when she was 18, she said, "I'm going to be a nun." And the headlines in the paper said, "Millionaires loses her mind." In the 1880s, you don't give up millions to become a nun. You don't do that, I think, in 2012 either. And her other 2 sisters, who were as wealthy as she was, said, "We'll stand behind you." They want to put you in a sanitarium. And she went to the Mercy Sisters to become a sister. And then she used her wealth and built 100 schools from Philadelphia, where she was from, all the way to California with her own fortune. And she recruited 500 women who took a 4th vow to only teach Indians and colored people, because if you came into the Diocese of Detroit, you had to do what the bishop told you, unless you were under vows. So all of those women took a 4th vow, so they could go into any diocese and teach those groups. And because of that, the bishops really didn't care for her, and most people didn't know she existed. And because of her wealth, the NAACP, which you heard about earlier, when they were trying to get started, they asked Katherine Drexel, and she gave them money. In big legal cases, she financed the defense of the Scottsboro boys. But it was all quietly, because her nuns were throughout the South, and they didn't want their convent burnt down.